Welcome to the deep dive. You know, it's kind of funny how sometimes the really successful shows, they take a classic idea.
Like the secret identity thing.
Exactly, that whole secret superhero trope. And then they almost immediately throw a wrench in it. Just light it on fire and see what happens.
Yeah, and that's what's so interesting here, isn't it? That idea of, okay, how do you keep an action comedy going for years when your main character has this, like, legally binding secret?
That's basically our mission today. We are diving deep into the world of Nickelodeon's Henry Danger. We've got our sources lined up, ready to unpack the weird science, the character stuff, and just the kind of bizarre but funny workplace that is Swellview's crime-fighting central.
Right, and this show, it ran for a good while, 2014 to 2020. Dan Schneider and Dana Olson created it, and it really grabbed viewers right away by setting up this core tension.
You meet Henry Hart, he's, 13?
Yep, 13. Lands this part-time gig as Kid Danger. Sidekick to Captain Man, Swellview's big hero.
And the number one rule, right out of the gate, it drives those first episodes. Henry absolutely cannot tell anyone. Not his best friends, Charlotte and Jasper. Not his sister, Piper. Definitely not his parents.
That classic setup. The secret identity pressure.
But like you said, they almost instantly mess with that expectation.
They really do. But okay, before we get to how the secret doesn't stay secret, we got to talk about the base of operations, the foundation. Where does a superhero hide out in, like, a totally average town?
Well, he hides it basically in plain sight. Sort of, underneath a shop called Junk and Stuff.
Junk and Stuff, yeah.
This shop, it's the front, right? For the secret man cave below, that's Captain Man's lair.
And choosing a junk shop, that's actually pretty smart comedy-wise.
Yeah.
It tells you right away this isn't going to be some sleek, super serious Batman operation. It's a world where things being kind of weird and eccentric is more important than logic. The man cave works, sure, but it's always a bit chaotic, things breaking down. Kind of like the hero himself.
Right. Speaking of the hero, Captain Man, Ray Manchester. His origin story is pretty key to understanding the, let's say, flexible physics of Swellview. It's not exactly dramatic.
Not at all. It wasn't a lightning, wasn't a radioactive spider.
Yep.
Nope. Ray got indestructible because of a very specific home science accident. Happened about 25 years before the show starts.
Okay, details.
Okay, so the sources say Ray, just a kid, crashes his skateboard right into his dad's lab equipment. His dad, Dr. Carl Manchester, was a scientist.
And not just any equipment.
Exactly. It was the transmolecular densitizer.
You gotta love that name.
Oh yeah, the transmolecular densitizer. It sounds super important, but also completely made up, which is kind of the show's whole vibe. And the crash happened because his dad accidentally pulled a lever.
So skateboarding fail plus accidental lever pull equals superpowers. That really sets the tone, doesn't it, for the absurdity?
Totally. And the result is, yeah, he's indestructible. But the sources point out he can still feel pain for a bit, just long enough for good physical comedy, basically. Very. But here's the really crucial bit. The thing that actually drives Henry's whole purpose on this show, and it sometimes gets lost in all the jokes. Captain Man says, straight up, that he will not be around for long.
Wait, the indestructible guy?
Yeah. He says he needs someone to take his place eventually. So Henry isn't just like an assistant, he's the chosen successor to an immortal superhero.
Huh. Okay, that changes things. Why does an indestructible guy need replacing? Is it just like a plot device? Maybe the writers wanted an out for Ray down the line?
Could be. Or it just puts this constant pressure on Henry. It makes his job about more than just fighting the villain of the week. It's about stepping up eventually.
It adds real stakes, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it personal for Henry, destiny and all that.
But okay, before we get too deep into Henry's journey to maybe fulfilling that destiny, there's this other layer of weirdness he has to deal with daily.
Oh, let me guess. Ray's crush on his mom.
Bingo. Ray's got this persistent and honestly pretty awkward crush on Mrs. Hart. And yeah, the sources say it really bugs Henry. He's constantly having to, like, run interference.
So he's fighting bad guys and trying to stop his boss from hitting on his mom? That's a lot for a teenager.
It definitely grounds the superhero chaos in some very relatable, if strange, teen awkwardness.
Okay, so let's pivot to Kid Danger himself. Henry starts out pretty average, right? Uses his smarts, some gadgets from Schwoz.
Yeah, he's relying on his wits, his natural ability, the tech. He's the loyal sidekick trying to balance saving the world with, hanging out with his friends. which he fails at a lot.
Constantly ditching them. But that average kid thing, it doesn't last forever, does it? There's a big shift.
Huge shift. This is where the writers really start moving Henry's character forward. Kid Danger gets an actual power upgrade. It's in the episode Hour of Power. He's fighting Drex, who is Captain Man's old sidekick.
Oh, the drama.
Right. And during that fight, bam, Henry gets a real superpower. Super quick reflexes.
Super speed reflexes. Okay, that's interesting. So they're making him less reliant on Captain Man, moving him towards being his own hero.
Exactly. He's not just the guy using Ray's tech anymore. He's physically becoming a superhero himself. It kind of speeds up that whole successor thing, makes him more capable sooner than you might think.
He's graduating.
From sidekick towards, well, maybe an equal, eventually.
Okay, now for the part where the show really throws out the rule book, that whole secret identity thing. It doesn't last long at all.
Not even slightly. It's like the central conflict is supposed to be the secret, but nope. They blow it up almost right away.
Which is kind of brilliant, actually. Let's talk Charlotte, Henry's other best friend. Described as sarcastic, super smart.
The sass master, yeah. Keeps everyone grounded. And her smarts are why the secret lasts, what, like 4 episodes?
Episode 4, she figures it out. And here's the twist. Instead of the show becoming about Charlotte keeping the secret and all the drama that involved.
They skip all that.
Oh.
She uses what she knows. She basically, okay, I know. Now give me a job.
And she becomes their manager, Henry and Rhee's manager.
Right there. The whole show pivots. It stops being about hiding the secret and starts being about, well, managing the superhero business. It turns into this weird workplace comedy.
Totally. And it keeps the core friends together, Henry and Charlotte, and later Jasper, but makes them part of the actual operation. So speaking of Jasper
Dunlop, Henry's friend since, like, forever, preschool.
And he's known for buckets.
He collects buckets. It's his thing.
Yeah.
Just pure, wonderful absurdity. He's also full of bad ideas, mostly, but super loyal.
Provides a lot of the physical comedy, the slightly less successful schemes. But unlike Charlotte, he's out of the loop for way longer.
Much longer. He doesn't find out until later. In an episode called I Know Your Secret, Henry finally tells him. And only then is Jasper, taken into the business.
So the team grows. First Henry and Ray, then Charlotte managing, then Jasper. Doing what, exactly? Bringing enthusiasm and buckets.
Pretty much. Enthusiasm and bad ideas. But it completes the core trio running the man cave. Charlotte's the brains, Henry's the hero in training, Ray's the indestructible mentor, and Jasper.
Okay, so the team's mostly assembled. Let's talk about the other key players, the eccentrics orbiting this operation, starting back at Henry's house.
Right, his younger sister, Piper Hart, she loves Captain Man, huge fan. Which is pretty funny considering.
Yeah, the irony. But she and Henry don't get along great.
Not really. And Piper's main thing, her defining trait maybe, is that she's always saying she hates her life. She blows everything way out of proportion, especially if it involves social media.
So while Henry's dealing with, actual danger?
Piper's having a meltdown over a mean comment online. It's a great contrast, actually.
Yeah.
Puts the whole superhero thing next to everyday teen angst. Plus, she really can't stand Jasper. Major rivalry there.
Always adds some fun friction. Okay, moving from the family chaos to the source of all the gadgets and probably half the man cave's technical problems.
Schwartz.
Played by Michael B. Cohen. He's the genius who built the man cave, maintains the equipment. He's indispensable, really.
And his role grew over time. Right, he became main cast later on. Yeah, started recurring, then main cast for season 5. Which makes sense, because he's kind of the heart of the tech side. He comes up with all the weird, funny inventions they use.
But he's not just the tech guy. He's odd. Profoundly odd.
Role completely. His genius is sort of balanced by his total weirdness, and his history with Ray is, complicated.
How so?
Well, they used to be friends, but then things got strained. Because, get this, Schwoz stole Ray's girlfriend.
Wait, Schwoz stole Captain Man's girlfriend, the guy who built his secret base.
Yep. Talk about workplace drama, right?
Seriously. How did they ever patch that up?
According to the sources, they made up eventually, but only because Henry stepped in. Henry convinced Ray to forgive Schwoz.
Oh, so Henry's not just fighting crime, he's doing HR mediation between the indestructible boss and the genius inventor who stole his girlfriend.
Pretty much. It shows Henry's role was way bigger than just being a sidekick. He was holding the whole dysfunctional operation together sometimes, acting like the adult in the room.
13 years old, handling all that. Definitely puts him on the path to leadership.
And Schwoz himself, he just adds so much unique flavor. His weird jokes, his girlfriend who's actually a shape-shifting android,
Right.
and that running gag about his sister looking like a horse, it constantly reminds you that everyone involved in this superhero gig is delightfully strange.
Okay, so let's pull this all together. You've got Henry, the 13-year-old, who starts as a sidekick but gets super reflexes and becomes kind of essential.
Then there's Ray, Captain Man, the indestructible mentor, who, weirdly, needs replacing.
Plus Charlotte, the super smart friend who figures it all out fast and becomes the manager.
And Jasper, the loyal, bucket-loving friend who eventually joins the team.
And Schwaz, the brilliant, girlfriend-stealing, slightly unhinged inventor running the tech.
All working out of a secret lair hidden under a junk shop.
It's quite the setup.
It really is. And ultimately, the show uses that classic secret identity idea, but just for a jumping-off point. Then it quickly pivots.
By bringing the friends into the secret.
Exactly. So the focus shifts. It's less about hiding the truth and more about the comedy and chaos of managing this whole superhero thing while trying to be normal kids.
Oh.
It's basically a workplace sitcom with superpowers.
Which brings us right back to that core idea, the driving force set up way back in episode 1.
Captain Man needing a successor, needing someone to take his place.
Right. And Henry's whole journey, starting as just a kid, getting powers, dealing with Ray's crush, mediating fights between Schwarz and Ray.
Yeah.
It all seems like training, doesn't it?
Looking at the whole arc, yeah. Everything he went through, from handling the team's drama to actually gaining his own powers, it feels like preparation. The goal was never just stay Kid Danger.
So the big question left hanging, maybe for you, the listener, is, did it work? Did Henry's time as Kid Danger, becoming the glue, the tactical mind, the powered hero, actually set him up to finally step out of the sidekick shadow? Was he ready to become Swellview's main protector?
Did he fulfill that destiny laid out for him?
He certainly went through a lot. We definitely encourage you to check out what happened next, see where that path ultimately took him.